Good morning. This is the daily fire potential outlook for Tuesday, May 19th. We've decided to issue these on a daily basis, Monday through Friday through the end of May. We'll make a game time decision to when we go 7 days a week. We've been experimenting with different formats. What we're going to show today is the original format that we had for the last several years. So look at it, compare it to the previous one, see which one you like better, or if there's a combination of things you may like or not like. Please drop a comment in the comments section here in the YouTube channel if you go into YouTube. Really appreciate it. All right. Let's take a look. Impact map. We still have cool air, lingering showers of both rain and snow across higher elevations. For today across northern and eastern areas. There was some significant snow accumulation across parts of the Wasatch and parts of the Idaho, Wyoming mountains. We'll see that lingering shower activity still Wednesday and Thursday across northern and eastern areas as a few weak disturbances rotate through across our eastern areas, but at the same time, we'll see drying further south and west, and we'll see some winds picking up here across the Snake River Plain again on Wednesday, and a little bit of a larger area and maybe some stronger winds on Thursday across our southern areas as we start to dry out and eventually warm up. Over the past 24 hours, just some lingering precipitation light across the higher terrain of northern Utah. Not really much in the way of lightning for our area. Was a pretty active day across the region. We had a large fire of over 8,000 acres here in the Snake River Plain, kind of outside of Mountain Home, but a fair amount of activity over the past week. We're currently in PL2 here in the Great Basin as well as nationally. Over the past 7 days, we did have some moderate precipitation across some of the mountainous areas of Utah. You see a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch. We see the areas in the green. Some lighter amounts here across our central Idaho mountains and spotty showers across northern Nevada. You can see the percent of normal on the right-hand side. But a lot of areas did not see much in the way of precipitation. It was just so light that it evaporated. And we do have some concerns, again, in the central Snake River Plain where we had some of that large fire activity. We do see that our normal is in this gray line through here. Record high ERCs are in the red. You can see that we dropped down a little bit just below record levels, but then right back up to the 90th percentile or just above as we go through the next 6 or 7 days. Similar story down south, already well above normal levels, probably more along the lines of early to mid-June levels, and those ERCs will climb later this week into this weekend as warmer, drier air moves in. Some of the live fuel moistures we had from the sagebrush earlier on, late last week, shows that the sagebrush is starting to subside. It'll drier than normal across some stations in southern Nevada. We'll try to get more and more readings as we go through the month of May. On the 10-hour fuel conditions, the surface humidity is still fairly high across eastern areas, so the 10-hour fuel is being affected the most. We see the best drying off to the west, but this will change pretty rapidly. It only takes 10 hours to change 10-hour fuels, but the longer-term drought index, will go with the flash drought of the past 2 months, still continues to show the most extreme areas of drought on this monitor across many parts of our southern and even central areas. Upper level map for today, low pressure over the central portion of the Great Basin, spotty showers. We see the areas in the green not out of the question, and some snowflakes above 7,000 feet, but most of the heavy precipitation has long since moved out. See our PSAs, a lot of them briefly moved into the green, but some of the areas in Idaho where we had that fire yesterday and some western areas already still in that slightly higher yellow risk areas. Not much in the way of wind today. You can see the humidity very dry across southern and western areas. Still fairly high, 25 to 30+% across some eastern and northern areas. Tomorrow, the low pressure drops down a little bit further south. There's another low just north of the Montana-Canada border. Another wave of clouds and some spotty showers could move into northern and eastern areas. We'll see the humidity, higher humidity in the northern areas. You see some breezy winds here trying to funnel through the Snake River Plain, maybe gusts of about 25, 28 miles an hour. Humidity there, upper teens to low 20s. With a good grass crop in some areas, can't rule out the elevated risk of some fire in some of those thicker grasses and carryover fuels. Have to watch that. And then on Thursday, this low drops further south. Still some lingering spotty showers across southern and eastern areas, but a dry, albeit cool push of air across the western part of our region down there. And the winds will be picking up down in the south. So we see some areas have gone into the brown here because right along our southern border, we do have humidities of 5 to 10%. You also notice the winds here on the left. Some of those winds in that dry pocket of air could see gusts of over 35 miles an hour. Stronger gusts to the north as well, but that'll be accompanied by somewhat higher humidity if you look on the right-hand side. 3-day precipitation totals kind of spotty, confined to the eastern areas, and looking further down the road for Friday, low pressure finally starts to depart. We start seeing drier air and a arc of high pressure starting to build, the main high pressure center well off to the west, more areas going into the yellow, and we continue that drier, warmer pattern Saturday, Sunday. Could be some instability showers developing over the Sierra and maybe in parts of Idaho, but a stronger cold front off to our north. And then on Monday, that front kind of stalls out right over our northern areas. We'll see how that plays, but there could be some spotty showers in southeastern areas. But overall, looks like more like seasonable conditions as we go into Monday. More and more of our PSAs or fuels already quite high will be drying out. We'll see an elevated risk of fire activity in our southern areas as we go into early next week. Precipitation Friday morning through Sunday morning, and then Sunday morning through Tuesday morning, really not much for our area at all. And the 8 to 14, the outlook shows a general warming trend for us, and possibly a surge of moisture clipping our eastern areas. A bit of uncertainty on this. We'll watch this as like the first quasi-surge of the monsoon or quasi-monsoon, but a lot of things have to come in line before this fully comes into play. So again, see what you thought of our original one. Take a look backwards at some of the ones that were issued on Monday and Friday, and let us know which one you like better. Hey, have a great day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.